Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to Harry Potter Month. And today for you guys is another review. Today we're tackling Harry Potter 5, or Year 5, or Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now, first and foremost, before we begin, I just want to start with a little bit of an apology. I still don't have my SD card, so that means you're not going to be seeing me. I am actually wearing my Harry Potter shirt, even though you're not seeing it. I'm not effing you guys over. I really am wearing the shirt. But I also want to just say sorry, because in the beginning of December, Harry Potter Month, I said, look, I'm going to review all the movies by the time December's over. And because of the camera problem and because life, I won't be able to do that, so you're probably going to be seeing the rest of the Harry Potter Month videos come out in January in 2021. I know it's not a huge deal, you probably don't even care, but I care, you know what I mean, because I said that I would do it, and I'm not doing it. And again, I didn't know my camera and SD card would F up, because I really want to show you guys in front of my display here, not just gameplay. But you will be seeing Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 gameplay, me exploring the quote-unquote open world of Hogwarts. So, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is a great freaking movie, let me say. This is the second film directed, or excuse me, I'm sorry. This is the first movie directed by David Yates, who actually finished off the Harry Potter series and has done the first two Fantastic Beasts films. Now, a lot of these Harry Potter directors are great, right? Chris Columbus started off. Alfonso is probably the most artistic. The guy that did Mike Newt or something like that, he did Goblet of Fire, but David Yates is the best Potterverse Wizarding World director. I think he has the most talent. And the other guys are great, but this one's really good. This might be my favorite Harry Potter movie. I don't know why. This one has, I don't know, just so many good things about it. So I'm going to start off with the writing. Again, it's by Steve, or no, it's not. It's by Michael Goldenberg. So it's not Steve Kloves that we know from most of the other movies. Screenplay is great. Like I said, as always, I don't think there's a single Harry Potter movie with anything really that stands out to be bad. I think of course, the directing is great by David Yates. The acting is also fantastic. Now that Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, and Daniel Radcliffe are getting older, they are, of course, getting way better at acting, and they weren't bad to begin with in Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, all that. They weren't bad. In fact, they're probably the best child actors that we've ever had in my lifetime, and probably even your lifetime. They're just that freaking good. But of course, they do get better over time. So again, acting great across the board. It's again the second PG-13 for sequences of fantasy violence and frightening images, clocking in at 139 minutes. So a little shorter than Goblet by about 20 minutes-ish. And there's still a lot. My only issue with Goblet of Fire, like I said, if again go see that review, is that a majority of that movie really is about, the Triwizard Tournament, which is the point. That is the point. But this movie really, this is the beginning of the war and the wizard rebellion, the wizard resistance type thing. Harry really, no one believes him that Voldemort's back. Fudge is, Cornelius Fudge and the whole Ministry of Magic is really corrupt at this point. They're just trying to hide the fact, not scare people, and kind of just, look, Harry, he's not back. You were on wizard crack or something. He's not freaking back. But it turns out he is. And, of course, the big epic battle, which is one of the best parts in any Harry Potter film, I think. That battle is friggin' perfect. David Yates did a great job doing that. Of course, Fudge goes, he's back. And he freaks out. But right off the bat, again, I don't know. I mean, there's not much to say negative here. I think that the aspect of Harry becoming a teacher and kind of teaching, he's still a student, but yet he's teaching the other kids things that, of course, the new Defense Against the Dark Arts, or Professor Dolores Umbridge will not do. And that leaves me, Umbridge, before I get into her character, I just want to talk about the music. The Harry Potter music is freaking perfect, it really is. Like, you hear it and you go, oh, that's Harry Potter, Or even Fantastic Beasts, that's good too. But I think that this movie, Order of the Phoenix, has the best music. I think that the cues are fantastic. Dolores Umbridge, her music is amazing. It's really catchy. And just every time I hear it, I cringe. I'm like, God, in a good way. I cringe like, God, it's Dolores. You know what I mean? That damn Dolores. But I think the end credits, I know this is kind of a stretch, but there's a lot of good end credits, and Order of the Phoenix by far has the best end credits, I think, out of any Harry Potter movie. It looks the best. The music is the best. It's very upbeat and happy. I don't know. I just really like it. But yeah, so I guess we'll go to Dolores Umbridge now. I'm just going to be honest with you guys to not sugarcoat it. The best word to describe Dolores Umbridge in this film is bitch. And that is a swear word, yes, but it is the most accurate word. I mean, yeah, it's a female dog, so it's not really a swear word, but it is the best characterization that I can give her. That's what she is. Think of like the worst teacher you've ever had as a kid, and multiply that times like 20, plus like Voldemort, Thanos, Snoke, Palpatine, and every bad guy that ever lived on the face of the earth, and the most annoying kid you could think of, and that is Dolores Umbridge. She is just a biatch times 20, and I'm sure the actress is a good woman, good person, but every time that music plays and she comes on the screen, she is a jerk, you know what I mean? And this is one of the rare movies where I just want to punch her in the face, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, the bad guys in Avengers and Star Wars or whatever, Voldemort, they're bad guys and you want to have them defeated, but she's just a woman. She's just a professor, but she's a jerk, you know what I mean? Yes, she's corrupt because the ministry is corrupt, but that whole aspect of, the students getting kind of pressured into doing things they don't want to do with all these plaques being put up, the whole aspect of Fred and George Weasley kind of rebelling with that big fireworks display. There's so much, teen rebellion going on. It's kind of like Kylo Ren times like 20 from The Force Awakens when he's just beating the crap out of everything, But it works. I think the characters are really well-rounded, really great. Again, the whole teaching aspect is really nice. Cho Chang I think that's how her name. She's a good character, I think. The whole aspect of Neville wanting to avenge his parents kind of by killing Bellatrix Lestrange, that's crazy. And of course, Sirius Black's death, it comes out of nowhere because Harry Potter is, he's downtrodden, and this is probably the worst mental point for Harry. I think David Yates went on record saying that he wanted to make his version of Harry Potter. If Harry was a real character in real life, he'd be a pretty effed up dude mentally. He would need help with his mental problems, I think, because of all the crap that's happened to him. And, I mean, shit hits the fan really quick in this movie, I mean, the very first freaking, 5-10 minutes, he's getting attacked by a Dementor, he's banned, he's expelled from Hogwarts, there's this whole thing going on, he goes to a Senate hearing with, the Star Wars prequels, it's crazy. So there's a lot of bad stuff happening to Harry, and this really gets amplified when Sirius just dies, And much like Cedric Diggory, there's no time to mourn. It just, boom, Sirius Black, he's dead. Goes into that weird veil portal-looking thing, and it's over, And Harry's, I think, mourning of Sirius is great. This is, I think, Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe at his best so far. I think Dan went on saying that he is actually done with school, I think, by the time this movie was filming, so he was able to be pushed by directors more. But there is just so much to love about this film. The final battle scene, like I said, David Yates handles action scenes in the Wizarding World the best, and I love Goblet of Fire. I loved all the action stuff in the previous movies, but the whole thing with the crystal balls falling and them running and them kind of destroying the Death Eaters, and it just looks insane, it really has that sense of momentum where the other movies were more kind of held back a bit. This one just kind of felt like you were, like these kids, Luna, Luna's a good character. She's a little bit quirky and weird, but that's the point. I'd date her. Just saying, if I was Hogwarts. I'd date pretty much any girl there, but, Jenny, Hermione, Luna. But I think that, everyone does a good job during those action scenes. I think Lucius Malfoy is a cool character. I had a bit of a problem with Lucius in Chamber of Secrets. He just kind of went, he just kind of, moaned and made really weird noises. But he's I think starting at maybe Goblet and this movie, Order of the Phoenix, he really is cementing as a good... because I never really saw these movies, critically. I always just watched them as, a Harry Potter fan. But upon looking at them in terms of, reviewing for you guys, I think Lucius is becoming a better villain than he was in the originals. He kind of gave hints before, but now he's really at his... he's evil. He's pretty effed up dude. But yeah, like I said, the action scenes are great. I think that having Harry Potter be kind of a damaged, broken, kind of person, that really helps kind of cement the fact that, lots of crazy stuff happened to him, and he's not just going to take it. He feels, kind of, I don't know how to word, kind of just taken apart and pushed away from everyone that he loves. His friends don't write. Dumbledore's ignoring him. And of course we know why, but there's so much happening in this movie that Harry's he just can't get a break. He cannot. But it's all good stuff, and of course, it gets better. But Harry learns a lesson in this movie. He starts this movie thinking he's alone, and he ends this movie with not only a rebellion on his hands to fight Voldemort and the Death Eaters and all the bad forces, but he gains the sense of, I do have friends. I'm not alone, These friends, Ron, Hermione, Luna, Neville, Dean, Seamus, all of them, they're not just my friends, they're my family, and that can be said with my friends and your friends. But there's so much crap to love, man, really. This is probably the best one I've watched so far. I mean, David Yates, like I said, great job across the board. I think he did a really good job directing. Now, Half-Blood Prince will be the next one. Again, sorry if these are a little bit late. But again, my camera and all that crap, I didn't want it to happen, but it happened, so can't change that. But I think a lot of people don't like Half-Blood Prince. I'm not quite sure why. I don't remember it too much, so I'm going to have to rewatch that. I'm posting this on the 29th, so I'll probably see it on the 30th and then review it either the 30th or 31st. But still, this is a lot of great stuff in Order of the Phoenix. I think this is the beginning of not only the David Yates verse, but I think the best version of Harry Potter. And there hasn't been a bad version of Harry Potter. It's just this is like the bar is like 10 times higher than it was in Goblet. You know what I mean? It's, to quote the guy in the back of the DVD, it's, quote, sleek, swift, and exciting. And that's exactly what I can say. Frickin' A.O. Scott, the New York Times, I mean, not many critics I agree with. I think it's important you can listen to other people like you're listening to me, but it's very important that you make your own decisions. And I think this dude was actually on point. So again, like I said, man, the music, great. Dolores Umbridge, great character. She's not dead because we know what happens to her. She's kind of in that meeting in Deathly Hallows Part 1. But a lot of great stuff, a lot of great action scenes, a lot of crazy stuff happens to Harry, and, this is really setting the stonework for the future. I think, like I said, music, directing, writing, acting, all this is top-notch stuff. And, a lot of people can sometimes, non-fans of Harry Potter, say, oh, it's like Twilight or Hunger Games, it's Percy Jackson. It's like the teen-tween book-to-movie formula. But I think Harry Potter breaks that mold of, I don't think Harry Potter's for kids. I wouldn't show a kid Harry Potter. I think that it's good for, 13, 14 up. But I think, and that's perfectly fine if you like those other books, but I think Harry Potter is the best one. I think we can, most of us can say that Harry Potter, the books are great. I'm sure I didn't read them all. I only read one of them. But these movies they're not just these tween book to movie, things. They're really great films. I mean, they're up there to me with like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, all that stuff. They're really well-made movies, and they're not just taken lightly as, oh, it's another Harry Potter movie. This is a big deal. And this movie is what makes it a big deal. This is not only the darkest and most exciting chapter yet, but this lays the groundwork for the future to come. So anyway, I'm going to give Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I mean, really, I can't think of anything too bad about it. I'll have to give it an A+. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be hating any of these movies, but you guys wanted reviews. And, I mean, really, upon watching it, I really don't have anything that negative to say. I mean, what do you want me to, I'm not going to make up bad things to say just to seem, I mean, if I truly, trust me, guys, if I truly have a problem with a movie, I will tell you. I'm not just biased and giving everything here an A, but it's worthy of an A+, I think. This is a great movie. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my review of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Next up will be Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.